Remote viewing. A haunted firehouse. Only one of these cases passed the proof positive test. But which one? Former CIA agent David Morehouse claims he has perfected a psychic spying technique called remote viewing. He says he can teach it to anyone.
Exactly what remote viewing is. You have an ability to go into an altered state and to see another human being or anything else, or a person or a place or a thing distant in space-time, and to gather information about that.
To test Morehouse's claims, we devised a difficult exercise. 12 trained remote viewers were instructed to psychically locate and describe the activities of a designated beacon target. For our test, the beacon was driving a motorcycle through the streets of Los Angeles.
The viewers never knew that there was a motorcyclist involved. They never knew whether it was male or female.
Sergeant Rhett Price of the California Highway Patrol observed the test.
I have an open mind, and I was looking at it as a 50-50 proposition that, there's some possibility that this will work out.
When the session was completed, Morehouse reviewed the sketches and written summaries with the beacon.
Out of the 12 viewers, 9 of the remote viewers indicated that the beacon was female, which was in fact accurate. A number of the viewers described the beacon with dark clothing. The beacon, in fact, had Levi's on with dark leather boots and a leather jacket. One of the viewers had a very uncanny description, which was the beacon as a short female with blonde hair tied back, which the beacon did have the hair tied back in a bandana, and then the motorcycle helmet on over the top of the bandana.
Later, Morehouse and several of the remote viewers retraced the beacon's route, comparing it to the sketches. This is the only way to measure accuracy. According to Morehouse, studies indicate that 4 or 5 major hits should be considered extraordinary. Right away, there's a match at a location known as Echo Park.
You can put the tents right in position, right with the fountain, and the tree next to the fountain, and the pathway around the fountain. Yeah, that'll all work really, really good right there. Look at that. Wow.
Perfect.
It's just an incredible feeling to visit this place that I've actually been to before, but didn't recognize during the session.
This is really amazing, really amazing. I've never been here before in my life, at least not physically. It kind of gives me goosebumps.
Continuing along the route, Morehouse spots another match.
Yeah, you can see the Capitol Records. Capitol Records. Which you sketched in. And see why you started getting that kind of, well, that's why you started, it didn't transfer in here, but you're scalloped in your original sketch. Yeah, very famous Hollywood landmark.
Another remote viewer sketched the spire atop the building.
Well, I had just a flash of a strange, odd shape, but it was so distinct. I just wrote it down, but it was separate from whatever it was attached to. I knew it was part of a structure on a structure. So until we were driving today on the freeway, we realized what it was, Capitol Records.
Morehouse and the group covered the entire 15-mile route. There were several sketches that didn't match anything, but there were quite a few that did. A tunnel the target went through. A Y-shaped overpass she drove across. A famous concert hall she passed by.
I sketched the life form. The person...
One match, in particular, surprised even Morehouse.
There are a few things that really shake me up or shock me. But it was really, really interesting today to see one of the viewers pull up a sketch that matched a T-shirt that was on a PA. And that PA happens to be the PA that was standing in front of the beacon adjusting a camera, and that beacon is looking and staring right straight at that particular shirt. It was very powerfully done.
Does remote viewing really work? There's no statistical method to judge the success of these remote viewers, But they did come up with at least 12 major hits, more than double what Morehouse had hoped for. Those numbers were more than enough to turn an impartial observer into a believer.
I have no concept of how this actually works. It's amazing to me. I mean, there was no way they knew what was going on here or where this person was going to be going. It kind of takes you away from the skeptical side a little bit and gives you more of that belief in the fact that the remote viewing technology is something that works.